Long ago, in the sunlit hills of an ancient Greek city called Helios, there lived a boy named Arion. Every morning, as the rays of dawn kissed the marble temples, Arion would sit by the cliffs, his gaze fixed on the endless horizon. To the villagers, he was just a poor shepherd boy. To himself, he was destined for greatness. But greatness always comes with a price. Arion was no ordinary boy. Though he wore tattered clothes and tended to a flock of sheep, his heart burned with a dream to build a temple so magnificent that it would echo the glory of the gods. His hands were small, his resources fewer, but his spirit was unshakable. "Why dream of what you cannot achieve?" the elders would chide him. Even his friends teased him, saying, "A shepherd should stick to his sheep." But Arion believed that dreams were like the sun. Even when hidden by clouds, they were still there, waiting to shine. As Arion grew older, life became more relentless. His father passed away, leaving him as the sole provider for his family. Each day, he worked from sunrise to sunset, grazing sheep in the scorching heat, barely earning enough to buy bread. The weight of his responsibilities crushed his dream bit by bit. One fateful night, a great storm swept across Helios. Lightning cracked the skies, and torrential rain destroyed much of the land, including the small hut where Arion and his family lived. Left homeless, he faced despair like never before. "How can I build a temple when I can't even shelter my family?" he whispered, his voice breaking under the burden. It seemed as though his dream was slipping through his fingers like grains of sand. One evening, as Arion wandered aimlessly through the ruins of his village, he stumbled upon an old man carving a block of marble. The man was a sculptor, bent with age, but with hands steady as stone. "What are you doing here in this destruction?" Arion asked, bewildered. The sculptor smiled. "Creating beauty," he said simply. Chaos gives birth to the most magnificent art. Something in those words stirred Arion's soul. Chaos. Art. Beauty. He realized that the storm, the destruction, and even his struggles were not the end of his dream, but the beginning of his journey. From that day on, Arion worked tirelessly. By day, he herded sheep to support his family. By night, he learned the craft of stone carving from the old sculptor. His hands, once soft, became calloused from the hammer and chisel. He collected discarded stones from the ruins of his village and began building a small foundation for his temple. The villagers laughed at him. "A shepherd building a temple? What nonsense," they scoffed. But Arion did not waver. His mother often found him working late into the night, his face lit only by the flickering light of a lantern. Years passed, and his small foundation grew into walls, then columns. Other villagers, inspired by his resilience, began to lend a hand. Some brought tools, others offered food, and slowly, Arion's dream began to take shape. One radiant morning, after years of relentless effort, Arion stood before his completed temple. It wasn't the grandest structure in the world, but to him it was a masterpiece. Every stone, every carving, and every pillar told a story of hope, determination, and unyielding faith. The same villagers who once mocked him now gathered to marvel at the temple. Many wept, not just at the beauty of the structure, but at the strength of the boy who had never given up. The old sculptor, now frail and nearing the end of his days, looked at Arion and said, "Chaos gave you this, and you turned it into beauty." Arion's story teaches us that no matter how impossible a dream may seem, perseverance and belief can overcome even the darkest storms. Challenges are not walls, but stepping stones, and every step forward brings us closer to turning our dreams into reality. If this story moved you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and tell me how you're bringing hope into your own life, no matter the obstacles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to MGS Stories. My name is Sunny Raman, and here we bring wisdom to fuel your modern-day journey. In the face of chaos, there is always a chance to create beauty. Never stop chasing your dreams.